Yeah, big money in this bitch if you didn't know. Big business minus the business suit. Even I look in the mirror like, is it you? And I say, I must be the hottest if it isn't you.
Hey, man. What up, my people? I'm back. Hey, I'm starting to get some views. Some real views. Like, my last video got almost like 400 views. It's been shared all crazy. I didn't know about this analytics, this YouTube analytics. I didn't know about that. I can click on there and see where people from and all that. And I got people from Australia and Canada and all over the place watching my videos. That's dope. That's real dope. And, you know, 400 views, almost 400 views on my last video. Like, I came out of nowhere. That might be not a lot of views to some of y'all, but to me, that's a lot. Like, I just started making videos one day. I just popped up. Thanks to the people that showed me mad love, you know. One of the main ones being RTP. I appreciate that love. But anyway, so I've been looking. I watched some of the games today, and I really paid close attention to these people kickers, man. Like these teams kickers. And I was like, man, like who would have thought the downfall of our team will be the damn kicker, man? That's crazy. At least so far. So the first quarter of the season, because I break the season up into quarters, even though we only, we ain't played the first game of the season, but I still break it up into quarters. In the first quarter of the season, I think we doing all right, man. I think we looking all right. I would like to see our play calling get back to like how Tampa Bay plays. Tampa Bay on offense, at least as of recent, we don't force plays. And it seems like now we ain't even trying to mix it up. Like we just forcing the plays. I don't know what they seeing or why they doing that, but I think we got to get away from that, man. We got to get back to playing Tampa Bay football, which is whatever you give us, we going to take it. Whatever you feed us, we going to eat. So if your middle of the field open, we're going to hit you all day in the middle of the field. If you leaving the flats open, all our plays going to the flats till you show that you can cover that. Then we'll switch to something else. Now it's almost like we trying to impose our will. Like, I'm going to throw it to Mike Evans on this play. I'm going to get it to Deshaun Jackson on this play. And I'm not saying Jameis Winston ain't going through his reads, because he's going through his reads. But it's almost like we forcing it. Like we forcing the issue. Like even when we running, it's almost like, yeah, I understand, like, we got to get the run game going and we can't allow them to dictate our run game. But it's almost like it felt like over the first quarter, like we was just like, hey, we running right here. Even if they stuffing it, we running it right here. And then we run right into a brick wall or for a loss. And it's like, why are we forcing it? The one thing that I watch the Patriots do, and actually watching the games today, I just kind of looked at the rhythm of the play calling, right? I paid a lot of attention to that, and I compared it to how we do our play calling, or how it seems that we do our play calling. And it just seems like the teams that are successful aren't forcing it. They come in there with their game plan. They come in there with their reads. They come in there with all the plays they're going to run. And they really, truly go with what you give them. When I rewatched that Patriots game and little pieces of it, and I noticed just Tom Brady, I never felt like they were worried or whatever. I felt like they just kind of chilled and just played what we gave them. Like Tom Brady, he just, if we gave him the shorts, he just took the shorts and just moved down the field. If we gave him a deep, he'll take the deep. And it's the same thing, the same thing with other teams that I saw play today. It's just like, whatever you give me, I'm just going to take that. Now, if I got to turn up, like, a 3rd and 7 or something like that, then I ain't going to take what you're going to give me, because you're going to give me the 3rd and 3. You ain't going to give me the 3rd and 7, or at least that's what you're trying to deny me. So at that point, I'm not going to take what you give me, but it just feels like we're doing that, and it feels like, okay, we got Deshaun Jackson. Got it. But let's not, and he might be a little mad, but let's not be overly concerned with getting him the ball. Like every single game, Somebody asks about Deshaun Jackson, and they go, well, we got to get him the ball. We got to get him the ball. And it's showing in the game, man. It really is. Stop trying to force it to that man. He's going to get his balls, man. He's going to get it. Once the offense get churning, he's going to get it. Like, we can't be forcing it. And I felt like last year we was forcing it to Mike Evans, and rightfully so, because Mike Evans is a possession receiver. So he's good for those, man, we got to get this third. We got to do it. We're gonna run it out. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna force it to you. And normally he can get those things, but now we at a point where we forcing it to Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson ain't no possession receiver. Cameron Brate, man, he had a drop that hurt me. Now Cameron Brate do come through in the clutches, man. But man, we gotta stop forcing it. We gotta stop forcing it, man. Like, come in the games, play our game plan, how we want to play it, take what they give us, and take our strikes when it's time. Take our big plays when it's open. You know what I mean? So the first quarter, if I had to grade us, I'd give us a C. And I'm saying a C because the defense has been really playing well. However, I don't like the fact that they ain't aggressive, or the corners ain't as aggressive as they should be. Or at least I shouldn't say the corners. I should say Vernon Hargreaves. Vernon Hargreaves ain't as aggressive as it was touted that he was going to be at the beginning of the season. He was supposed to be a lot more aggressive this year, and he gives teams, he respects receivers like no other. The thing that made Richard Sherman, Darrell Reeves, Patrick Peterson, all these corners so special is they didn't respect your receiver. They didn't come in the game respecting your receiver. You had to show them something to make them respect your receiver. You had to catch something to make them respect your receiver. They just wasn't coming in the game doing that. Vernon Hargreaves walk in the game giving your receiver mad respect. Like, he lining up 2,000 yards back. Like, where you going? Where you going? Nah, man, get up there, man. Put your hands in his chest. Bump him. Don't give him no respect, man. Make him beat you deep. I would actually appreciate if you got pass breakups and then somebody got over you 1 or 2 times in the game and the safety had to come and stop it, versus you making a stop every single time, but it's like 10 yards, 12 yards down the field. They catch the ball, and then you wrap them up. Then 10 yards, 20 yards down the field, they catch the ball, then you wrap them up. It's like, I would rather you take chances and get beat deep every now and then than to see you get that much respect to the receivers, man. Like, that aggressiveness, that persona, like, we want to bring on that persona. Like, I wish you would throw it over here. And when Vernon Hargreaves need to line up, like, I wish you would fix in your mind that you're going to throw it over here on me. I hope you make that up in your mind that you're going to do that. Because I'm going to pick your ass off all game. Like, that's the fear he need to put in quarterbacks, and he's just not doing that, man. And in wide receivers don't even, they just like, I'm good. They running their whole route tree on that man. Like, there ain't no route that you need to be scared of running on Vernon Hargreaves. Vice, which is different than on oh man, I be having them brain freeze. Grimes. Yeah, Brent Grimes. Damn, getting old. Brent Grimes. Brent Grimes, you don't want to throw comebacks on Brent Grimes. You can try to run a fly, but he's good at or a 9 route. He's good at staying with you there step for step. You might get him on the end, but you're not gonna get him on the out. So like, there's routes that he's weak. He's kind of weaker at. And when I say weaker, I don't mean like he trash at. I'm just saying if I had to stack what he's good at, those will fall under, on the bottom tier of the routes you can run on. But with Vernon Hargreaves, man, the whole route tree is open. You can run whatever you want because he's gonna give you mad respect. He got to start coming up, man, and he really got to start chomping at the bit. And I don't know if that's by design from Mike Smith defense, where it's like a bend don't break, where he give you a lot of space and hope for an errant throw or something like that. I don't know, but they got to get more aggressive. So over the next quarter, I would like to see, number one, us sign Josh Lambo as a kicker. He's like 80-something, 86% kicking. He's young, 26 years old. His last team was the Chargers or whatever. And see, that's what I'm saying. He got cut by the Chargers, but at the same time, he got cut by the Chargers so they can start their new guy. His name Young Hoku. I think he from Korea. They cut him so they can start running with him. And I think they did that to build some kind of interest in the team. You know what I'm saying? Then he missing and acting crazy. So they go ahead and cut him and bring back Nick Novak. Now, I think they brought back Nick Novak to stop us from signing him. I think they were on the fence with keeping Young Ho cool, playing on kicker, and bringing Novak in. But as soon as they saw that Thursday night game, you realize Friday they signed him. They signed Nick Novak. Like, yep. Let's go and bring him in because you know Tampa Bay gonna come scoop him. And so I don't like the Chargers no more because I ain't like y'all anyway. But I definitely don't like y'all now for doing that bullshit. I know y'all did that, man. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get a kicker sign. Now, Josh Lambo's longest kick was 54 yards. That's his longest kick he ever made. I'm good with that. You know, let's bring him in, man. If not for anything, for those 35, 37, 43 3-yard kicks, man. Let's bring somebody in that can consistently hit the close ones. At least. If we got to punt it and pin somebody in under the 10-yard line, because we ain't confident that our kicker can kick a 52-yarder, then fine. But when we are on the 37-yard line, or if it's a 37-yard kick, I need to know when my kicker trot out there, he going to make that every time. So if you got to get somebody that's accurate in a short distance, man, get him, man. I like, over the next quarter, too, I like quarter of the season, I like to see them use Doug Martin a little more often. Now, I understand he was fresh back. You don't want to get him out there, like, you know, running him into the ground because he's going to get hurt. So ease him back into the game. I like what they did. They used him a few times. Then they took him out. They used him a few times and took him out. But, again, you know, use him a little bit, you know, use him more, and they're going to do that anyway. Look, Jacquizz Rodgers, man, cut him, man. Cut him. Like, I think they signed him for a year, whatever, man. Cut that dude, man. Find somebody else. There's free agent running backs out there that can do exactly what he does, like, for real. Cut that dude, man. Cut that dude. Because y'all keep relying on that dude, and I don't know what he does well. Like, I sat back and when I was watching that Patriots game, and I'm like, what does he do well? And then you watch the Bears game, and you're like, what does he do well? Does he got a wiggle that make people miss? No, not really. Does he have this unbelievable, like, power where he can just boom and power to? No, not really. Is he, like, got great hands out of the backfield? No, not really. I mean, so he can't do anything that an average running back can't do. So I like to see them cut him. I like to see them get O.J. Howard involved in the passing game more often. He got a lot of penalties last game, man, against the Patriots. That's because he's sitting there trying to block and all that, which is great. But let's get him in the game, actually. You know what I mean? Let's get him in the game a little more often. I would like to see that Cameron Brate numbers go down a little bit. And I like to see O.J. Howard numbers go up a little bit so they arrive about even. I want when they on the field, because we run a two tight end set. So I want when they both on the field, you don't know who's going to get it. Right now, and you know that it's going to Cameron Brate and that O.J. Howard's going to be blocking. We may catch you slipping one or two times with a pass to O.J. Howard, but we know for the most part it ain't going to O.J. Howard. It's going to Cameron Brate. Over the next quarter of the season, I want them to stop forcing it on Deshaun Jackson. If Deshaun Jackson want to throw a fit on the sideline because he's not getting the ball, then, hey, sit him or whatever. Like, do something. Don't force it to him, right? Tell him, fine, I got you. Keep getting open. I'm going to see you eventually. Keep getting open. They're going to keep working on the chemistry anyway. I need that defensive line to play like they played against the Patriots. I just don't know why y'all didn't play like that against the Giants, which would have made that game a lot easier. But I like what y'all doing. Y'all got the Brady. Good job on that. So bring that same intensity over the next quarter, man. I also want to see Dirk Cutter get a little bit more exotic in his play calling, right? His play calling is very bland. Now, again, I don't know what he's seeing on film that's making him call that very vanilla, very bland plays, but I need him to get a little bit more exotic. And when I say that, I don't mean do all this funny double handoff, throw it back. No, I ain't talking about all that. But I'm talking about mix it up. Don't be so predictable. I sat here watching that game and I was like, you know what? He probably gonna go to the flats. Yep, he went to the flats. Tackle for loss. I'll be like, ooh, you know what? They showing a little you can get a little 10-yard in right here. And OJ Howard looked like he can drag across. Yep, they did it. He dragged across the middle. See, and it's just like, and I'm on my couch and I'm looking at this like I can really like kind of pick out what y'all gonna do. Down and distance, depending on the down, depending on the distance, depending on what's going on in the game, the flow of the game, I can sit back and kind of pick out what y'all about to do. With about a 75%, 65% accuracy. If a dude on the couch can do that, then you're getting picked apart by a defensive coordinator. Okay? So you got to get a little bit more exotic in your play calling, man. Like, I'm not saying you're doing a bad job, Dirk Cutter, but you got to get a little bit more exotic, man. The punting situation is outstanding. Like, we got the best punter in the game. So I like that field position. We denying teams and all that. That's good. But when we get to Carolina, man, we got to be very, very careful with the speed of that team and their defense and pinning them, keeping them with terrible field position. Our punting game is going to come in very handy when it comes to that. Now, do I want to punt all the time? No, because I want to be scoring. But if we're not going to score and we're going to have to punt, we got to continue to keep people pinned in, and I think we're going to do that. Safeties. TJ Ward has to get healthy, man. I think that we are resting players a week longer than we probably need to. And I think we're doing that because we don't got a bye week. I don't know the injury situation as far as how many weeks they're going to be out, whatever. But I'm willing to think that some of these players could have came back this week. But I think they're using these injuries as a way to keep them healthy. I mean, keep them throwing a bye week. Now, we got a long 10 days break to the next game because we play Thursday night, which gives our injured players a great amount of time, a little mini bye week to get healthy, and get back on the field. I think you're going to see our defense go even crazier once Quan Alexander and Levante David come back. But that don't do nothing for our offense as far as our ability to get stuff going on offense. Because there's no reason why we can't score 21 or 28 points a game. There ain't no reason why we can't do that with the weapons we got. So we definitely got to start lighting it up. I like to see them get Charles Sims more involved in the passing game. Look, I understand the boy not that good as far as he like to do a lot of shimmying and shaking and all that, and then he don't go nowhere. He'll sit right here in the circle and just shimmy and shake till he get tackled. But I like them to bring him in and then motion him out as a wide receiver. So maybe bringing a double running back set or whatever, but bringing him in and then motion him out to wide receiver. That's going to give you a matchup of a linebacker over him. He's definitely faster than the linebacker. I like to see you get them hands where y'all keeping them on the team because his hands. If y'all can keep on the team because of his hands, then use them. Use them, man. Use them. And then last but not least, man, we got to figure out how we going to get this defensive line to play consistently. It feels like they get up for certain games and then they just down for certain games. And it feels like the defensive line plays to the level of their competition. So if you bring the Browns in here, our defensive line, they're going to get no pressure on the Browns. Right? They're just not. But then you bring in damn Chiefs in here and they are balling out. It's just like, don't play to the level of your competition. Play to the level of your ability. Right? So if you can be a beast on the line, then be a beast, man. Let's get back there. Let's get it done. Jameis, you have got to see the open receivers. That Giants game and that Patriots game, there were multiple times there were wide open receivers and you just did not see them. And so I look back and I rewinded and I said, well, let me look at the line. Let me see, but it ain't the line, man. You have time. And I don't know if you just feeling a rush or what, but you have got to see these open receivers, man. They are wide, butt naked out there, man. They are butt ass naked out there, man. Wide open. And a lot of times Deshaun is wide open, so I see why he's making all this noise, but you have got to hit him, man. It's almost like you look at Mike Evans, then you look at Cameron Brate, then you like, in your head, the play is broken down. So now you focusing more on stepping up, stepping around in the pocket, trying to roll out, and then you start looking again. And when you start looking again, you're looking for Mike Evans. And, you have got to sit in that pocket, feel that rush, don't take your eyes off downfield, and get that ball out, man, to an open receiver, man. Look, over the next quarter, man, honestly, I don't want you to get sacked, don't get me wrong. But I want you to take more sacks inside the pocket. I do. I don't want you doing all that rolling out, man. That's them 2 seconds you spent trying to weave through people and trying to get through. Nah, man. Sit your ass in the pocket, man. If you got to take a hit in the pocket, fine. That's what Tom Brady did. Tom Brady did that exact same thing against us. Yes, he got sacked a couple times, but they won the game because he found an open Amendola or open Chris Hogan. Like he takes that extra 2-3 seconds, stays in the pocket, and if he go down, he go down. But he looking, keeping his eyes downfield. He not focusing on trying to squeeze and fit through offensive linemen and all that. No, he's like, I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna wait till somebody get open. I'm gonna keep checking my progressions. If y'all get me, y'all get me. But I'm gonna stay right here. And then if the pressure's too much, where every single player just like, damn, I'm just getting hurried every time, then I understand the rolling out. But then Dirk Cutter designed the play for the rollout. Don't just let him roll out and try to say, all right, they're getting a lot of pressure, so let's roll it. We're going to start rolling. We're going to start moving the pocket. We're going to move the pocket to the right. We're going to have you rolling out, James. And that's going to keep them at bay and make them stay in their lanes because they're crashing. We're going to move the pocket. Now they got to respect the pocket being moved. So now they're going to stay in their lanes and they ain't necessarily going to come at full force just in case you slide out. That's what I mean by just mix it up, man. Be a little bit more exotic, man. So I think if we do that over the next quarter of the season, or at least some of those things, I think we can be very successful. We're going to start to the latter half of this next quarter of the season, or 4 games. We're going to start running into some division opponents. And right now, Carolina, man, they got 4 wins, man. It's crazy. Atlanta, we're going to start running into these division games. These games are going to get really important. Now, we lost to the Patriots, which was an AFC team. So, okay, if we're going to take a loss, take it to the Patriots. Take it to an AFC team. Because, your conference wins is one of the tiebreakers. So, if we're going to lose, it needs to be to an AFC team. But as we start getting into these division games, man, we got to get these wins, man. It don't matter what you do in the season. If your record is higher in your division, you going. And it don't look like nobody in our division really slowing down. Like, I thought Carolina was going to be slowing down, and they not, man. They not. I don't know if they're not slowing down, man. They got 4 wins on the season. So, let's get back to Tampa Bay football. Offense going to take what you give us, and then we're going to hit you with explosive plays, couple of games. Defense going to be ultra aggressive. We're going to jump routes. We're going to take risks, all of that. We're going to go big or go home. You either going to throw all over us or whatever, but we're going to be jumping routes, and we're going to be playing very aggressive. Just get back to the core of what Tampa Bay is. Let's get this kicking game fixed, and let's do something about this play calling. I think we're going to be good. So, getting a phone call. So, anyway, let me go ahead and get off this joint. And just stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. I'm going to keep dropping the videos. I appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. Keep sharing my video or whatever. Keep liking it. Hit me up on Twitter. It's in the description. And we'll see y'all, man. See y'all next week when we go play. I think we play the Cardinals, I think. But I'm going to go check that. But anyway, I'll holler at y'all, man. Tampa 2 Bucs out.